Earth spinning round again. Blood pumping round again. You said your name was Billy Joel, but you didn't know how to play the piano. Your feet saw from the beaten road, but you kept on traveling to the so-called unknown.
Hello. Welcome to the Better Man Show, where I document my journey on becoming a better person. Definitely a show that's suitable for both men and women. Hi, welcome. My name is BK. If you are not friends, don't be a stranger. Just add me on wherever I am popping up on your radar, because I am kind of testing this live stream to a few platforms. So this is a show about life, technology, and business, where I do the testing so you do not have to. And it is part of a 100-day live stream challenge that I kind of gave myself. So exactly 72 days ago, I started this 100-day live stream challenge. And some friends honestly were telling me, are you sure you want to do a 100-day live stream challenge? And I admittedly was kind of crazy when I first started it. But yes, lo and behold, we are on day number 72. So today is the day before New Year's Eve. I kind of wanted to dial it down a little bit, because the past few days we have been kind of talking about reflections and planning, and we are all entering into resolution season, so I kind of want to dial it down a little bit, kind of just wanted to have a simple chat. And today's show, I want to talk about some of my best buys for 2020. We all have this thing called cognitive dissonance, where before you even walk out of the store, you kind of regretted buying something, right? So that happens. But there are also some things that we pick up along the way, and we kind of enjoy it, and it has helped, or it helps in our life and business in ways that we never could have imagined if we didn't have that in our possession, right? Um, I do. A friend of mine was joking and saying that because there was one time I said that I'm gonna be slightly delayed because I need to get ready for something, and she said, "What do you need to get ready for? You only have 2 t-shirts in my wardrobe, right?" So I don't really buy personal adornments. I don't buy clothing. I don't buy that. In fact I basically have t-shirts and jeans, right? I basically have t-shirts and jeans, but I do invest in certain things that help in my business side of things, right? So I kind of want to talk about some of the best buys of 2020. And in fact, a lot of them are software because these days a lot of things are software based, right? So I just want to talk about some of these things and how they have helped me tremendously. And maybe if you have not heard of them, then it could be something that could interest you, right? So the first one, obviously for this year, is what you are looking at from me. So this is the Canon M6 Mark II. It's a mirrorless camera. So the good thing about it is that it does things like this, right? So it can focus on. It does autofocus. It has. You can stream up to 4K if you want. You can put lenses. This angle of view is just nice for me. This is the fixed lens, but it also is a very small, compact, portable camera which I can bring out when I want to. It's now, of course, attached to a boom arm, which I cannot take off and show you now. But basically, that was one of my best buys of 2020 because for video live streaming, it has been wonderful, right? That's one of my favorite things for this year. It is a mirrorless camera, so it's lightweight, it's small, it's interchangeable with lenses. So if you want to change other lenses, you can, right? And it works perfectly as a webcam, although it also works perfectly as a video cam or a camera, right? So that's what I've totally love and enjoy. That's the first best buy of 2020. In fact, sometimes when I have Zoom meetings with people that have never met before, almost always the first comment they make is, "How do you get your image to look that way?" And that's because of the camera, right? So a normal webcam will not be able to do that. So that's one of my favorite best buys of 2020. The second hardware that I have enjoyed tremendously is this person here, this guy here. So this is the Shure SM7B. It is a microphone that I mentioned before in another episode. Highly recommended by one of the go-to guys I go to for learning about microphone, which is Bandrew from Podcast Stage. So if you need to learn about microphones and stuff, go check him out. His YouTube channel. He does reviews of all kinds of amazing microphones. It's ranging from sub $100 US dollars to thousands of dollars US dollars, right? So this is kind of a prosumer range. It's not a professional range. It's not like the thousands of dollars. It's not also the $100 range, but it is for a fairly popular microphone because of the neutral sound that it does. But there are some challenges to it. You kind of need to put in things like a booster to lift up the volume, right? So they call it, that's the downside to it. But it is great, right? I enjoyed it. I'm still tweaking and working on it, perhaps probably because I don't have a DJ voice. So there are still some challenges involved with that, right? Which brings me to the next favorite buy of 2020. And I'm just going to go into demo mode so you can see this. Give me a second. So this is the next favorite buy of 2020, especially since I started doing live streams. This is called Ecamm Live. It's a Mac-based software, but it's been a lifesaver. It's been also very interesting because it does all kinds of things. So you have scenes on this side, you have overlays, right? So if I move to the next scene, for example, right? So this is another scene. And then you have the control for your audio over here, right? Sound effects. So for example, I can play something like this, right? And I can also do something like this. Yay. So this is as a lifesaver. It's been very fascinating learning how to use it to the best of my abilities. It is a paid subscription. I picked it up during I think was Black Friday, and there was an annual discount. So I picked up a one-time fee for the whole year. So that's settled for the year. So always check out or always be on the lookout for all this Black Friday annual deals, because then it really helps when it helps you save a lot of money, right? So Ecamm Live. So I'm going to exit the demo mode now. This is another favorite buy for 2020. If you are seriously considering doing any form of live streams or online presentations, because this can also be taken into Zoom, for example, and you happen to be on a Mac system, then I would strongly recommend it. If you want, I do have a discount code for it. Just private message me and you can get a discount for this. Now, the thing is, if you're not on the Mac, then there are other alternatives like StreamYard and OBS, which are also excellent, right? OBS works for Mac as well. OBS on the other is free, but the challenge to it is that you kind of have to set it up in a more, you kind of need to invest some time to learn how to set it up, right? So that's another good one. But definitely check out Ecamm Live, and if you want a discount code, again, just private message me. There is if you're on a Mac, it is probably one of the best solutions for live streaming and Zoom meetings and so on, because it works amazingly. Okay, so that is one of the softwares that I like. Then another one that I like is this one. So I'm on the bottom left corner if you cannot see me. This is called picture in picture, which Ecamm Live does very well. So this is actually another favorite buy of 2020, and this is a software called Audio Hijack. Now, if you look at all the lines, it is like a process flow, right? So this is how I actually can make some adjustments to my audio. Even though we are on this mic, right? There's still an ability to make adjustments to the audio. So for example, here we have something. So I'm now on input switch B, which means that this is my mic. And then it goes to this. This is a noise suppression. It cuts down some of the room noise, the air conditioning, and all those things that maybe is causing some disruption in the audio, right? So this is one. So this cuts down the noise. So for example, if I stop talking, then you hear silence. But once I start talking, this is what it does. So this is an audio plug-in, right? And all this is done behind the scenes, right? And then it goes to a voice processing option here, this is called the Greg Wells Voice Centric. And this is what you can do. So right now, this is the choice I've selected, which is a voice, a podcast mode. But I can actually load up something else. Let me try a lead vocal. So you would hear that my voice should have changed, and there's a bit of reverb and some other effects, right? So this is great for if you happen to want to sing live, right? So this is what can be done behind the scenes, and this is a software called Audio Hijack, which is again one of my best buys of 2020. Let me remove that now. And usually I'm on the voice podcast setting. So this is what I typically sound like. Okay. Now, you see the beauty of this software is that you can also do something like this. So you see now I have two options. One is this chain, which is B, which then goes out to you, right? You're listening to me now. I actually can also change it to input A, which I'm going to do now. And you tell me which option sounds better, right? So this is now, so now we are on B. I'm going to switch to A. And we are on A. Let me just double check that I'm not going out too hot to you. Yeah, sounds okay. Okay, so this is the setting that I can check, right? So I am now on input A. So this is now a different setting where same thing, noise suppression. It goes to a compressor 2A, CLA 2A here. And then it goes to another compression, which is CLA 76, which then goes into playlist rider and output device, which is going into Ecamm mic, right? So Audio Hijack, one of my favorite buys of 2020, because it helps me to route the audio the way I want it to. It allows me to put in special effects if I do want it. I can also put in like a voice changer. The other day in the chat group, we had a interesting question by somebody who said that they need to interview people and they need to put a screen over their, so to mask their identity and also to change their voice. And they asked whether it can be done. And the solution is yes, it can be done if you use something like Audio Hijack, because Audio Hijack has if you do own the plugins, there is a plugin called let me see, where is it? Ovox. Yeah, Ovox, which is here. I'm not sure whether you can see it. Ovox can then change your voice, right? Into some alien sounding voice or something that is like masked. So that can be done. So this is probably one of my best investments of 2020, Audio Hijack. And this helps me with a lot of things with regards to or sound routing or audio routing, right? So this is one. Okay. And let me see. Are you looking at the screen only? Zoom to app window. So if I show this, okay, cool. Now then, another best buy of 2020 is this, and this is called audio.com, audio.com. The thing about live streams and video production and all that, you kind of need to find original audio or original songs from now on, right? Because in the past we used to be able to do mixtapes and stuff, and you can put out you can take like your favorite songs. Nowadays you can't do that anymore. If you live stream with any form of commercial music, typically the platforms like Facebook and YouTube, they will flag you, and then your video is not shown or your video is muted or stuff like that, right? So definitely a big no. So audio.com is one of the new boys on the new kid on the block. There are a few. There are things like Epidemic Sound, which is very good, but that's a subscription model. Then there is Artlist, there is Artgrid, there is Storyblocks. All are very good, so you choose whatever you like. But I just happen to have chanced upon audio.com, and they have they have both music as well as sound effects. And I find that it's great, right? So, and it's a one-time fee. And again, if you want a discount code for this, I also have a discount code for this. I asked them for it, and they very graciously set me up for one. So there's a discount code for this if you do want to get this. So this is a one-time fee. I believe it's $199 for life. $199 for life. So it has both songs as well as sound effects. So you have been listening to songs from audio.com for the live stream so far, right? From the live stream so far. So this is another good best buy, favorite buy of 2020 for me, because as we do more online stuff, we need the source of music, right? We need stuff like this, and we definitely need music and sound effects. In fact, some of the sound effects are pretty interesting, and I've been using it to create a kind of like a signature logo for myself, right? So let's go back to this. Yeah. So if you notice the change in the scenes, it's all done by, I can't show you now because I should have set up another camera. Maybe in another time I'll do that, right? So I've been using something called Streamdeck. That's also another good buy of 2020. So it's been a good year. It's been a good year in experimenting with this thing called live streaming. Of course, it's not purely for live streams because I've done. It was because of Zoom meetings and presentations that I kind of started doing all this. But then I took up this challenge to do a live stream challenge. So a couple of episodes ago, I did do a walkthrough of the setup that I have. And if anybody wants to revisit that, I'm happy to do that again, and maybe even give a little bit more detail on how it is set up from every part of it, right? I'm happy to do that again, right? Or if you can just catch an episode, okay, so this is the thing about live streams. In YouTube, what they do is they can put in like chapter markers. They tell you like, they normally have like they call it a cue box or something, so they say, okay, you can click here to watch the episode that I talk about that thing. So live streams, we can't do that. Or actually, yeah, we can't do that for now. Let's find a way. We can always find a way, right? So some of the things I truly enjoy and truly have benefited tremendously for 2020. There is one more I would like to quickly show you. Probably one of my favorites of all time. But it can be a bit of a hit and miss. Hang on a minute. Let me show you the screen. Let me log in first, and then I'll show you in a minute. Okay, and I can show you now. Here. So this is called AppSumo. Again, one of my favorite software sites. The thing about AppSumo is that it can be a mixed bundle sometimes, but a lot of up and coming SaaS, software as a service products, they put up their offering here, and usually you look at the pricing is like $49, $59, $69, and they also have like various licenses, so like 1 code, 2 codes, and 3 codes, or even you can stack up more codes. You basically buy what you like or what you need to use, right? And what the good news about it is that because you kind of invest in them when they are starting out, you get a lifetime license and you can use it for a long time. For example, like right now, hang on a minute. This is for example, like right now, I'm actually live streaming using Ecamm Live, but I'm also restreaming it to multiple platforms, right? So I picked up Restream from AppSumo a long time ago, and I've only paid a single one-time license. Now, of course, Restream is a monthly fee. So from time to time, I do check in on this website, and I strongly suggest you do. If you do want a discount code as well, which I think knocks off $10 from your first purchase, again, just hit me up. So this is one of my favorite, right? So these are the current offerings. This is actually quite interesting. Video Link. If you missed out on the Restream link, offer, then Video Link is actually very similar to Restream. It is now offering at $59 for live, and this ends in a day. Wow. Okay, so this ends in a day. So Video Link is one, and then you have this is also pretty good. If you are doing any form of social media right now, hashtag for likes is great for Instagram marketing. So that is also another good one, and it's going for $59 as well, right? So you can see the reviews from people, users like myself, right? So people who have rated it, like number of they call it tacos, right? So like 3.5. So this is like, I think, going down, but this one has been great. This one is like 4.39. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that you can explore here, and it has all kinds of software. So caveat emptor, buyer beware, just to let you know that some things can be hits, some things can be misses. Oh, Crello is great. If you do want to do design work for your graphics and social media, please do pick up Crello, because Crello is, I love it. Crello is great for simple designs and stuff. Okay, so just to caveat emptor, buyer beware, that some things can be misses. So I've picked up some things that not so great. But there's a 60-day money back guarantee for this particular site. So no matter, no questions asked. If you try something for 60 days from the SaaS, the software as a service, and you don't like it, you can just cancel it anytime and they'll refund it to you very quickly. So that is the kind of the promise from the portal or the platform. And like I said, some things are hits, some things are misses, some things I've refunded, some things I've forgotten to refund, but and some things are useful but not very used at the moment. But some things I've used consistently for a long time. So all in all, balances out. I think I've saved a lot of money because of this platform called AppSumo. So if you need anything regards to software, definitely check it out. So these are my best buys of 2020. Some things are software, some things are hardware. And tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Still waiting to see what's going on tomorrow. I might move the show to 11. I'll announce it if I do, so that we can do maybe a 1-hour recap of the year. I'll talk about the major lessons I've learned I kind of think that I'll probably do that and do a countdown. Or I might move the show earlier and I have to join my friends for a countdown somewhere. So it's a bit flexible. It's a bit fluid. My apologies for that. But hey, that's life, right? And the good news is that even if I'm out, maybe I could do a live stream from a phone if there's a countdown somewhere. So thank you for joining me for day number 72 of a 100-day live stream challenge. And I'll see you tomorrow.